but I pray that it's not anytime soon.
The sooner our lads beat the black ones.
Okay, we've circled around this entire main island. Let's go across to this smaller island to see if there's anything over here. I don't know if there is, or maybe we'll be stopped from going over here. Oh, this is the academy. Okay. But it looks like there are guards stopping me from going in here. Okay.
What the fuck?
So that makes that easy. I think that also means that we've cleared out most of the side quests here. Most of them is the key word. I'm gonna pause here and look through my list just to see what else we actually need to do here. So let's see, we visited Devil's Pit, Stonecutters, Oxenfurt, and the White Eagle Fort. The White Eagle Fort was where the troll was. Let's see. We did In the Eternal Fire's Shadow. That was at the Devil's Pit. What did we actually... We did Forefathers' Eve. We did the Volunteer. There's the Taxman Cometh. I was talking about that before. All the contracts are too high level. There's Rough Neighborhood, which I think you get that after doing one of the contracts, so that might be off the board too. I'm going to look it up real quick just to make sure. Yeah, you got to do the Oxenfurt Drunk to get that one. So that's off the table for now. And there's a scavenger hunt for the cat school gear that we can start here. Let me look up how to start that. For the cat school gear, you can start this quest by finding one of the diagrams, finding Julia Kenyon's diary, or buying one of the associated map, with the first or second in Blackbow, the third in Crow's Perch, and the fourth in Lindenville. I think this is for Julia Kenyon's diary, maybe. It's found inside one of the houses west of the Portside Gate in Far Corners. Oh, Far Corners is in Novigrad. So that's not it. Why is this listed here? I don't know why this is listed as being able to start here. Unless one of the diagrams is here. I'm looking. I'm skimming it real quick. Seeing a lot of locations that I don't know or see. So I think we're going to skip that one for now too, because I'm not really sure why I have it listed here as part of Oxenfurt. But yeah, I think other than that, let me look up the Taxman Cometh real quick. If that is like a 3500 requirement, then I might look at how you can do that. How you can trigger it. Oh. Yeah, that's going to be a while. It's not 3500. It's 35,000 that we need. So we are a tenth of the way to getting that quest. Okay. Well, in that case, we've done most of the side stuff that we can do here in Oxenfurt for now. Okay, yeah, that's like way down in the south. That's why we haven't done that. We never finished this. We got distracted with all the Gwent. Let's, go give the troll his paint, shall we? Signpost is over here. We'll give the troll his paint, and then we will, do the Family Matters quest and start finishing up for the stream. After Family Matters, there's going to be one more. It's not a main quest. You don't have to do it, but it's pretty integral to the story, I think. Oh, hi. We'll do that one, and that's going to be pretty much it for the stream.
Private Snake, report On order.
Slate because he's a rock troll. I like that.
Just so happens I have some paint on me.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What's the matter?
Has paint, but how? Dunno.
Might be a problem.
Man's how no. On order. Man's nose.
I guess I do. Depends what.
Birdo Connery. Redania Birdo. Shields like.
I'll try. He wants me to try.
Guess I can give it a shot. Got a brush?
Beautiful.
That's actually not bad. That's better than I thought Geralt would
Think
do.
so? As long as you're happy with it.
Man's good. Not like other man's take cues.
Alright, and I think that finished the volunteer quest. Gavenel. Aren't we already able to craft that? I think we are. Oh, he's giving us like a lot of hide and stuff too to craft stuff. Deer hide, goat hide. I'm pretty sure the quest is done. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I did not mean to do that. Love it when I do that. Let's get back to family matters. We're going to find Tamara, the Baron's daughter in Oxenfurt. All the other side quests that we found, I don't want to do a side quest unless I'm within 5 levels of it. These are all main quests, so we aren't going to worry about those. Defender of the Faith is past a level 22 quest that I don't quite want to do yet. So that's why we're avoiding that. 33, 22, that's the one, 25, and 20. 23 and 26. 35. We got a lot of high-level quests that we aren't quite ready to do yet. And that's why we aren't doing them. But let's go ahead and find Tamara. This is the quest I mentioned where we'll start to meet the witch hunters around. So it'll be fun. I have no idea how I'm going to edit out this stream after that Gwent debacle. Like, I'm pretty sure I can probably edit all of that into, like, its own bonus episode. Because I think I literally took, like, 45 minutes playing Gwent with that guy just to try and beat him. It was fucking terrible. So I could just edit all that into its own part, I guess. We'll see. I don't know. Tamara, I guess, is somewhere over here. Are you guys merchants? You don't show up on the map. No. You aren't real merchants. How do I get in here? Is there a back door? There is.
I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
Wojtek sent you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
This cat seems
You're looking for me.
calm.
And who might you be? My
Most
father
cats
sent
don't
you.
like witchers.
Yeah, to see if you're still alive. And well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Your father's a vile man. You're angry and bitter. Can't blame you.
Why do you help him then? Why did you take this job?
Because he knows something about someone dear to me. Promised to tell me if I found you and your mother.
Got it. A bit of blackmail. Just his style. Well, now you've found me, you can tell him I'm alive and I'm never coming back.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mine? It's dull as life amidst the swamps. My earliest memories are of a drunken father lying under the stairs, caked in mud and clutching a bottle. Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, disappear for days, then come home in a rage and send furniture flying. Thank the gods for war. I was glad every time they sent him off. And the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he beat her, then her sobbing. I'd hide under my bed and long for silence. That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally, we'd had enough, Mum and me. He crossed the line and we fled.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mum,
Oh, this is the same thing.
it's next
For
dozen years.
the dialogue option
That's
wasn't
the long
grayed
and short
out,
of
so yeah, see now it's grayed out. That was weird.
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing. He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help, blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the child. She must have had a fever. She was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her guts than bear another child from his seed.
Wojtek said some monster carried off your mother.
That is what happened. It was enormous, twice the size of a bear, but much quicker and more agile. It grabbed Mum before we could react. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
Your mother's in Crookback Bog. Seems quite happy, actually. Though I think she's not quite right in the head.
What? She lives! I must go there at once and get her out!
Wouldn't recommend venturing into the swamp.
I've made my decision. Won't let anyone talk me out of it.
What will you do now?
Find my mum?
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
Hence the candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire?
Once the heat of the fire has set your heart aflame, it gives you strength and leads you down the path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned.
That fire has burned Geralt many a times.
What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you. So the Baron hired a witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
Desperate fathers have been known to do a lot to find their daughters.
Unexpected from a witcher. I thought your mutations cleansed you of humanity. Stripped you of emotions.
You don't need mutations to strip men of their humanity. I've seen plenty of examples. Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the Eternal Fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
Before you go, your father asked me to give you this.
Clara? Father told you to give me Clara. Funny how he thought to buy me back with a memory. Tell him one gesture could never make up for a ruined childhood. So long, Witcher. In spite of all, I'm grateful you gave me a choice. Didn't force me to go back to the tyrant.
Hope you know what you're getting yourself into. So long, and good luck.
Nibbles. The true villain. Alright, I thought that was a lot more involved than it actually was, but I guess we're all done here in Oxenfurt. I mean, we really just came here, dealt with a troll, played a bunch of Gwent, and then found Tamara, and we're done here. Like I said, there's more to do in the way of contracts, but we just can't do those right now, so might as well head back to the Bloody Baron and tell him the news. And start shaping up for the final quest here in Velen, the final main quest, at least. The final main quest at the moment. Like, I would say the main Velen storyline is about to finish up, but we will come back here for a few quests here and there. But this is the brunt of our time in Velen. Alright. Crow's Perch, way over here. Oh, right, gotta fast travel to the outside of the town and run all the way up to the Bloody Baron's Manor. Love it. I'll go ahead and say this now. There's an interesting little side quest that we are gonna skip in this playthrough. I might play through the game on the side and include it in the YouTube video, but it's really nothing. It's basically just a conversation in that quest, and that's about it. No monster slaying, no anything, so I'm not really upset about missing it. The reason we're gonna miss it is if you proceed through this conversation with the Bloody Baron and you have not done any of the quests in in the Skellige Isles, then you will learn a bit of information that you need later on. And since you've learned it now, you won't get that quest later on, if that makes sense. If instead you take a route and for some weird reason you go to Skellige first and you play through the quests there, eventually you'll realize that you need someone. You need a special someone, and then you'll get this extra side quest that's basically, like I said, it's a little conversation with a man to basically tell you, like, hey, that someone's in Velen. But because we played through Velen first, as I believe you should, we're automatically going to know that this man is here, and thus we won't get the side quest to figure out where he is later. So, like I said, I might include that in the YouTube video if I play through on the side a little bit, but you will not see it in the stream.
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
Gave Tamara your gift.
How'd she react?
Probably not like you'd have wanted. She threw the doll away.
Threw it away? Oh, gods, I hoped, despite all. Oh. Well, what of Anna?
So, yeah, it's kind of useless going to Oxenfurt now that I realize. The main point in going there first is because if you talk to him about Anna and know she's at Crookback Bog, then it actually skips all of the Tamara stuff, and you don't have to do that. And you kind of miss out on her point of view, but you don't really miss out on too much there anyway. It might be worth just cutting straight to the Anna stuff, you know?
I found her.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire to leave.
You were to bring her back, not report on the conditions she lives under.
I was supposed to find her, and I did. That was our deal, nothing more.
You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. Alright then, I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
Still seems like your fault to me.
Will you let me finish?
Alright. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend, a dog's bunghole. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. Her things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
Guess they call you the Bloody Baron for a reason after all.
What?
Your nickname. Makes sense now.
No, that's an entirely different story.
Oh, entirely different. I'm bloody for many reasons.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit, hysteria, threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her a life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times by her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did. Though as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie and say they deserve each other. I feel like he's still at fault. I mean, It's a natural thing. People that are off at war sometimes, they do come home into those situations where their lover left them behind for another one. It happens. And sometimes it does turn into these types of abusive situations. And in those situations in real life, the person that started the abuse would still be at fault, and he's at fault. Like, she was fine before he did that, and then she probably got depression and all this other messed up stuff, and now she's the crazed old hag at Crookback Bog that we know. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's at fault.
Got only yourself to blame, I think. Leaving her to fend for herself.
How was I not to? I was a soldier.
That wouldn't be why he's to blame.
There's always a choice.
No, Geralt, you got it wrong
sod
there.
it all. I see all my prattlings for naught. You won't bring Anna home, I know.
His
that.
actions when he got
Will you
home
betray
is
to me
why
how she
he's to
landed in that
blame.
bloody swamp?
I don't agree with that.
Your wife is with the crones as their servant.
What the fuck do you mean? What crones?
Ones who live in Crookback Bog.
I've heard folk speak of them, but thought it naught but tales to scare the children with. How on earth did she land there?
This reveals that it was a fiend. We haven't seen a fiend yet. They're very scary, but Tamara said that it was something bigger than a bear that just kind of picked her up and ran off, which it's definitely a fiend.
They fled by night. They were riding past the forest when a beast serving the crones attacked them and abducted Anna.
A beast? Bloody hell. And Tamara? Was she hurt?
No.
Oh, thank the gods for that. So, Annie? What happened to her?
The creature carried her deep into Crookback Bog. Didn't harm her, though. In fact, Anna seems content there.
Content? What is this tripe, Witcher? What in bloody blazes is she doing in that swamp?
She made a pact with the crones and... well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her body to miscarry.
I actually didn't know this
That's when
part,
she
or I
started
didn't
to lose
remember
her
it.
mind. Then they placed magic tethers on her. Tethers that cause great pain.
It was the
when
crones
tested.
that caused her to
Guarantee
miscarry,
she'll pay
not
off her
the
debt.
Baron beating her.
Pact with witches? Bloody nightmare.
Still
sounds
doesn't
like
make it
some
right.
jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
I don't know if the second option does anything. I am pretty sure either way, he's gonna try charging into the swamps to save her.
Do what you will, but leave me out of this. You ask me, wading through the swamp to mess with the crones, just plain stupid.
What would you have me do? Sit on my ass and wait for her return? I'll send men, go with them myself, and we will pull her out.
I've warned you. What you do, that's your business.
Alright, so I think this is the cutoff point. If we take this dialogue option, then we won't have access to that side quest later on in the game from doing the Skellige stuff first. So I might splice in that quest here.
What became of that creature? Where is he?
Stop!
What?
Saw him at Stoneheart, but he sold him.
To whom?
Don't know.
Begone.
to tell them in my name.
Be gone, I say!
So yeah, this takes place somewhat deep into the Skellige quest line. Right after you get the first Ciri story here, she flees to a beach on horseback, and you learn about this mysterious creature that we just saw in the Baron's house. And now we gotta figure out what happened to this creature, how's it connected to Ciri. There's a lot of stuff about this garden here. It's not super important to anything that we're doing right now. Just know that Yen had to talk to a dead guy.
You didn't have to do that.
And she basically used their giant tree to do it and killed the garden off.
We must focus on what Scal told us.
We're here for the ugly creature.
Key to finding Ciri is that ugly thing Skjall saw on the beach. That's what I think.
Do you think... Is there a chance that thing might be Ciri? That... well... she's been transformed by some curse?
Don't even want to think about it.
Geralt, we must.
Might be her companion, or someone else altogether connected to them both. I don't know.
You must see Donar. Ask him to whom exactly he sold the thing.
Not coming with me?
You know, I'm better off not showing myself to him now.
So yeah, we'll know in our actual playthrough, since we've already seen Uma at the Bloody Baron's house, we aren't going to have to go speak to Donar. So that is where this quest comes in, if we haven't done that part of the Bloody Baron quest line yet. Larvik should be, well, we're in Larvik. Donar should be right up here somewhere.
Dumb enough to try.
In this house, it looks like. Donar on Hindar.
Greetings, Geralt.
Apparently there was an ugly creature here. Showed up the day after Lofoten was destroyed.
Ah, true. Crawled up from the beach. Gog looked like eels had been nibbling it. And he walked like he had a barrel between his legs. A good deal of fun, that one.
You sold him, did I hear right?
Aye, I sold him. This merchant comes here from time to time, buys narwhal horns off us, uses them to make earrings and other such baubles for the wenches.
We were talking about the creature.
Ah, yes. This merchant, his eyes lit up as soon as he saw the beast. Said a freak like that be the pride of any court. Proud of that, you merchant? Foreigners. I didn't want to sell him, but he offered a slew of coin.
Where will I find this merchant and the creature?
Why'd you ask? Want to buy him for yourself?
Looking to train a new witcher.
Ah, good one. The merchant. He asked about the route to Novigrad, if there was pirates. So, I reckon that's where he sailed.
Just as likely that he stayed there as it is that he moved on. Either way, my chances of finding him are slim. Well, thanks anyway. Take care.
Alright, and I think that did finish the mysterious passenger quest. It talks about the merchant in Novigrad, but I do think this is where it'll kind of pick up when we get there in our actual main playthrough. So let's get back to that, shall we? Before we take this dialogue option.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute.
This continues Ciri's story after the horse race, when they saw the basilisk on the tower, I think.
It landed Right in front of us. I thought we'd breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're worth.
Ooh, just instantly hit me like that? Why? Why? Come on.
In the trees.
The wolf is a little excessive. I don't have a crossbow or ard to do this. I gotta wait for it to land. Luckily, it's a series story and it's super easy. Like, one, she heals. So I can just kind of lay into it and heal when it flew into the air, but I didn't even need that. This is where we learned the actual Baron died, and we've been dealing with a dead person this whole time. Jokes. I like how it still shows the signpost here. Abandoned tower between Heatherton and the isolated shack. Oh, it shows all my signposts. Do I actually have this in Geralt's area, or is this new? I don't know if I've actually had the abandoned tower signpost here or not.
Can't leave him like that.
I guess we do now. Alright. Where am I? He's like... I think I gotta get up there. Right? But they flew this way. And there's this thing blocking me. How do I get around it? I feel dumb. Maybe we don't go that way? I mean, it should stop us from going too far this way. Okay, so that way's blocked. Yeah, I guess we go this way. I thought it flew the other way, but I might be wrong. It's actually letting us go back this way. It's kind of lame that it's just a running sequence. It says get to the top of the tower. Yeah, that tower over there, right? Why is it letting me come all... I feel like this is wrong. But I didn't see a way to climb up the tower, is why I'm confused. Let's run back, because I feel like I'm absolutely going the wrong way here. I didn't see a way into the tower, but I might just be blind. I am probably blind. Let's try this again. Are those stairs leading up? No? Oh, I probably just climb up here. Okay, this makes more sense. Cutscene. Flabbergasted. And of course, she won the race, so she gets his horse now.
You have everything?
Yes, thank you.
What you did for me, I shall never forget it.
You helped me as well. When your man brought me here. You fed me, cared for me, had my wounds looked after. We're even now.
You needn't leave. You're in good company here. We'll always have a warm corner for you.
I must leave. Wraiths pursue me. The Wild Hunt. I was foolish to use the power. They're sure to have caught my scent.
The Wild Hunt? Pursuing you?
I'll endanger all of you by remaining here. You must tell the people to bar their doors and windows. And no one is to wander the night.
And you? Where do you think you're going?
Now, I ride for Novigrad. And then, who knows where.
Which means Novigrad is our next stop. After we get Anna, of course.
She mounted and rode off. It grew awfully empty without her.
Redanian armies blocked the Pontar crossing, yet you sent Ciri to Novigrad.
She was looking for a sorceress, and all of them are in Novigrad. Besides, I didn't leave her at the Redanians' mercy. I gave her a letter of safe conduct.
Where'd you get these letters?
Haven't always led this pack of jesters. Served in the Tamarian army once.
Redanians guard the crossing.
True, but with a bit of fame and a friend here and there, well, banners and heraldry don't mean so much.
So there's a chance Ciri's still in Novigrad. Thanks for helping her.
It's nothing. Now you've learned what you wanted to know, you must be in a hurry. But, if you could...
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna. Free her, bring her back. I don't believe she's there willingly.
Must have not heard me. Any journey into the swamp is suicide.
I heard you, which is why I could use your aid. I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you, but go with me and I'll be generous with what I do have. Very generous.
Yeah, why not? He's gonna go anyway. This is that extra quest I mentioned that's not technically a main quest, but it ties up the story, you know?
You can join us there.
Fine. Sounds good.
And this is the reason you miss the side quest later on. Remember this little thing. He will be somehow extremely important later on.
Sorry, we was never here.
What was that?
You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him Uma and say he's a beast, but he seems a man to me. Just hideous as Ardle's shit.
So yeah, later on in the Skellige quest line, we're gonna get to a point where we need to find Uma. But because we've done this, we know where Uma is. Which means we won't get a little side quest to figure out that he's here. That's pretty much it.
Uma? Strange name.
Aye, strange. But he gave us no other.
You mean he can talk?
Hardly. It was like this. I asked what they called him. He sat there, not saying a thing, trying to stick a toe up his nose. So I grabbed his hand, looked him in the eyes, and asked, "What's your name?" Gave me this damned foolish look and stammered, "Oh, Uma?" And it stuck.
Doesn't look like a monster, but my medallion's trembling. Strange. Where'd you find him?
Funny story, actually. I won him in a game of cards.
Must have been pretty desperate to play for that.
Ah, quit your carping, smartass. Someone wagered him and we played. If anyone was desperate, it was the bugger's former master.
Funny story. How so?
Went to Novigrad once to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresons blind. One fellow, a merchant, took it especially hard. He'd gambled away everything he'd brought from Skellige. Wanted terribly to play another hand, so I agreed. Asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Luck was not with him, and Uma wound up here at Crow's Perch. End of story.
Hilarious. Real side splitter.
Oh, you wouldn't know a good tale from a runny fart.
Proper baron now. Even got a jester.
Aye, though I feel something's not right with him.
How so?
Well, he seems more beast than man. But there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Ever run into anything like him?
No, but he doesn't look dangerous.
I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much, so as long as he's no trouble, the boys might as well have some diversion.
Time I was on my way. So long.
Farewell. I hope you find your daughter.
I thought we were going to Crookback Bog.
And prove a good father to her.
Interesting other thing to note too, at this point the Bloody Baron leaves Crow's Perch and he's not coming back here. So if you didn't play him to get his special Gwent card, you can get it for free now. You don't have to play him for it. I don't know where exactly it is. I want to say it's sitting in here on his desk if you did not grab it before. But I'm not 100% sure. I do know, though, that once he leaves Crow's Perch, in the original version of the game, that card would be lost for good. But they updated it to where you can still get it somewhere for free, which is very nice of them.